Alright, what's up, world? Drunk Welshman here with a new mission for our squad here in Fallout Tactics. As you can see, I've got a new portrait here. I replaced Rage with Keith, who hates killing, but he also hates living in a mud hut. Sounds like the story of many an African pirate. But, I digress. Basically, I got him for his doctor skills. His first aid skills are certainly nothing to snub your nose at. Unfortunately, his shooting skills are dismal. So, this current upcoming mission doesn't require that I use a group, in a sense. So he'll just get free XP and keep my fighters' arms intact and so on and so forth. So let's head on out. I'm going to shut up for a minute because once we get to where we're going, there's going to be a briefing. See you in a moment.
As you know, the Brotherhood maintains a vast arsenal of weaponry and armor. Most of our equipment consists of the usual conventional assortment. However, some of our more advanced equipment requires fusion batteries to function. Until we regain the technology to manufacture our own batteries, we must acquire these power sources elsewhere. This mission centers on a tribal village in the area of Peoria. Intelligence reports that the tribals built their village over a pre-war storehouse of fusion batteries. While they guard these batteries zealously, it is doubtful that they understand their function. While these savages no longer surprise me with their Neanderthal antics, do not underestimate them. They fight well enough to thrive in the wasteland, and their religious zeal, however misguided, gives them strength. You will use any means available to retrieve at least 3 fusion batteries. But remember, warrior, some fights can be won without drawing blood. Who knows? One day the Peoria region might supply some able-bodied recruits. You are dismissed.
My ancestor welcome you. I, Chief Chevron, Chief Wachuto. My people live here in peace since night fire pour from sky. It is hard life, but we survive. I understand you require some of, what do you call them? Oh, fusion bats. Sadly, Wachuto cannot help you, friend. They kept where bad spirits go wait for entrance to hell. These very bad spirits, friend, kill my people and make bad smell. You chase away bad spirit, you may have bats and leave friend of Wachuto people.
So, spoiler alert, this is a lie. Kind of. There is no curse or anything like that. It's just an automated facility with guns. And here are some of them. Turret, and I think there's, yep, turret. And I think that's it. So, at some point later in the game, these are going to turn on and start laying waste. That's unless, of course, I want to sacrifice my own people defending these villagers or taking more risks fighting downstairs. And I am very much not interested in doing that. You get some extra XP for doing this without killing any villagers. And I don't know, I guess you do get some more recruits later. It's on a normal playthrough, it's worth attempting. This playthrough, I'm just not going to do it. So here we go. I'm going to send these 2 down. And most of this is going to be run with just individuals. It's mostly just a bug hunt, like I said in the last episode. It's one scorpion. I'm pretty sure there was a second one. Maybe I was mistaken. Anyway, you guys don't want to be topside when the turrets turn on. And basically we're just going to have Ice run around and kick ass until she can kick ass no longer. Whoops. Stop shooting Brian, please. Thank you. And the cockroaches are coming out of the woodwork. Isn't that just like cockroaches? Back when I was in college, this level kind of gave me the creeps. I don't know. I still have a thing about cockroaches. They're fucking disgusting. But there was just something about this level, and I don't know. I worked at this arcade in San Marcos, Texas, and there were cockroaches everywhere, and there was this closet. I don't know. I had to face a lot of fears, and I hope I'm stronger for it, or maybe I just have a bigger drinking problem. Who knows? Not that I started drinking until after college, which tells you how much, how wrong I was when I was, quote, doing the college. Went to one of the biggest party schools in the entire country, and I didn't drink, I didn't party, I allowed myself to be tied to one person I can only see once about every 6 months. Yeah, kind of wasted time. Yeah, put that guy in the ground. And those big ones sound heavy. Like, in size. Good work on the folding artist. Actually, do you call them a folding artist when you're doing a video game, or are they just like sound guy? And that's how you do it. Knock him out. Go ahead and save my shotgun shells because I don't have an infinite supply. So, can I tell you what I'm doing? Aside from just killing lots and lots of bugs. There's a bunch of locked doors, key cards, that sort of thing. Very Doom-esque. And that's what I'm fighting my way towards. I think on this bookshelf here is a yellow pass card, which will allow me to get to one of the fusion batteries that we are here for. Yep, there's the key card. There's also a fair amount of healing items, special meds. There's even a few unique weapons and guns that are actually kind of lame, with the exception of like 2. I remember being able to get an M1 Garand down here, but the last time I went through this, I didn't get it. So I don't know if maybe I'm just misremembering, or this is, you know, I doubt this is the copy I got from GOG.com. So I don't know if there was something changed in the update they made for their little sale. I actually got this one for free from GOG back when they were losing their license, or whatever it was that was going on. I'm not privy to the full details, but they weren't going to be selling any of the Fallout games anymore on their site. I had already owned the first 2, and basically they were just giving away the entire series, and you'd get to keep that forever. You could still re-download it, all that kind of stuff, which I guess was some kind of legal loophole that allowed them to do that. And so I went ahead and took advantage of it. I already owned an actual physical copy, actually 2 physical copies of this game. One that I lost, well, I didn't lose, but I couldn't get it to install correctly anymore for some reason. New version of Windows kind of problems. And then I had another one, which was actually a European Union collection of all 3 Fallout games. But it only really worked for installing Fallout Tactics, like Fallout 1 and 2. I had so many problems trying to get it to work with that one. So yeah, I've owned 2 redundant copies of this, essentially. At some point I intend to give that extra copy away to a buddy of mine who played the hell out of this. He was the only guy I ever played multiplayer with in this. And he was pretty shrewd about it. And basically, in multiplayer, is a point system, and equipment cost points, levels cost points, individual members of the squad cost points. So you'll set a mission or like a match to say, 10,000 point limit. So your squad adds up to 10,000 points, however you want to distribute them. So I spent forever, creating a balanced team of, specific classes, medics, and, snipers, things like that. Got them decent equipment. Whereas my buddy just basically made one guy who was really good with heavy weapons and a flamethrower, and he just bum rushed my team and just wiped them all out into a flamethrower. And it was a total legit move, but I thought it was BS, but it ended the game within 30 seconds, and at that point I lost my interest in playing. But he's a shrewd character like that. And I'm almost out of ammunition for the shotguns. Let's switch over to the assault rifle. Oh god, that sound they make. I don't want to know how they made that sound in real life. Ugh. Fucking cockroaches. If society ever collapses, rest assured, just physically shooting cockroaches might be something I do to pass the time if I find myself with an overabundance of ammunition and free time. And unfortunately, I forgot to keep track of how much time I have been spending, so let's see if I can speed this up a little bit before my computer overloads. So, just continuing to raid, get some cool stuff. Like I said, it's mostly healing items. Got a workout room here. It's going to be full of cockroaches. Poison's starting to hurt ice. Let's risk it. Ooh, creepy music. Speaking of creepy, that's a lot of cockroaches. I like this particular soundtrack, or whatever you want to call it. Kind of get a feeling of a howling wind rushing through the ruins of a once great society. It's very well designed. It's almost like music generated by the ruined wrecks, in a sense. And this room's taking a while to clear out. These particular cockroaches don't fuck around. Unfortunately, I can't do a good Bill Paxton impersonation. Otherwise, I would be all over the place on this mission. A few more rooms to clear out, and I'm going to pause it. Come on. There we go. I don't bother curing the poison because I keep just getting more and more of it. Should I use the food items? You know what, they serve me less purpose later and they weigh money. Or weigh money? Good God. They take up space in the inventory. That's what I'm trying to communicate. So I may as well just use them now. Save the first aid kit and doctoring for later. Could have sworn there's some extra guys down there. Guess not. There's definitely going to be more out here. Yeah. Who ever thought that cockroaches would have roared? Or had some deep kind of guttural thing going on once they got big enough. This is asking. Man, thank God their aim sucks. So there's 3 big cockroaches, 1 little one. There we go. Explode those white guts everywhere. Did you know that cockroaches are technically crustaceans? That's right. They are similar to lobster, which you pay through the nose to eat. I always get the impression like that's some kind of like weird joke that poor people played on rich people. It used to be, they were not considered a delicacy. Like lobsters were things you just fed to poor people. You know, you cook them up for slaves and not slaves, but servants. And then somebody somewhere just convinced rich people that like, oh yeah, these things are awesome. You should like totally charge to the nose for them. And they're fucking bottom feeders. I mean, they're the same thing as cockroaches. They just happen to live underwater. It's disgusting. People pay through the nose for them. Suckers. Alright, so that's all the hot bug on assault rifle action we're going to see on this side. Do a little bit of looting in a moment, but I'm going to stop the video here, and I will see you soon.